Yo, Stacks, we happy? Oh, we happy. Today, I'm going to show you the handy Andy children's woodworking set that I used when I was a kid. And after we check everything out, there's going to be some long overdue upgrades to this kit. And if you stick around to the end of the video, you're going to hear what my lawyer had to say, who was not happy at all with me making this video public. Welcome to Big Stack's Small Workshop. This was a very treasured gift that I received. I'm going to slide it over here so you guys can see it. We have our pull saw right here. We have a little miniature hammer. Okay. A square. I remember, or I actually don't remember, but I've seen it in pictures that this had a bracing. I don't ever remember using it, but must have messed it up or lost it early on. Over here, we have a little small mallet, 3 common screwdrivers. Why there's common screwdrivers in here and no Phillips, I'm not sure, but this one actually looks like it was bent. Must have used it to pry something. Underneath here, there's a clamp. Definitely a lot of pieces missing in here. It's a small sander right here, small sanding block. Looks like there's a door right here. That was probably for the drill bits that came with the brace. Little hand plane, which is pretty cool. The miter box is right here. Let's go ahead and pull that out. And oh, look, I thought this was missing. Looks like a little set you can keep screws in, and I did have some screws in there, which is really cool. I like it. I think that went over here because I saw it in the picture, and the miter box stayed over here. Do have a nice set of pliers, and I actually still use these pliers today. So I took them out of the set a long time ago because I liked them. I like them because they're nice and thin, if you guys can see that. And a gimlet that was also in one of actually my current woodworking box. Basically like a little hole starter for a screw, like a hand drill. You use it like that. I have not opened this thing and really examined these tools in probably 30 years. The sanding block back in here, or somewhere right here. And let's see if we can get this level out of here. Oh, there's your level right there. It's even got the blue on it, just like the rest of it. And I don't remember making a lot of projects with this, but what I do remember with it was my dad showing me how to use the tools. It did have another saw. It had a hand saw that went right up in here, and you know, he showed me how to use a hand saw. The nice thing about these is these were little tools for little hands, and it was, you could build some things with it, but it was more about learning the techniques of using the tools. And you can build some simple projects, but if you look at it, I'll show you my regular jack plane. We'll compare it to that. It's a lot smaller. It looks like it's about the same angle like a jack plane. And we'll compare the sizes of the dovetail saw, the small saw. My saw right now compared to the little miniature one, it's a little, almost half the size. So the handle was definitely a lot smaller if you look at the handle sizes. But again, it wasn't about building stuff as much as learning how to use the tools. And when you have the tools that are proper for your size hand, that's what's really important, is learning how to use those tools. The mallet's a small size. You can see it in my hand right there. You can see there's blue paint on there from when I was using it, probably to hit the chisel, maybe even to hit the screwdriver, who knows. That's probably when I was more unsupervised. It's a small chisel, but it looks almost like a mortise chisel. But it is angled right here. So you guys can see that up close. It is angled. My non-marring mallet that I use now. So there's a little bit of a size difference there. But then if you look at my disassembly mallet, and I actually use this for some woodworking as well. It's a little oversized, but it's got some heft to it. There's definitely a huge difference there. Look at that. Holy cow, it's tiny. Almost half the length. No, it is more than half the length. Check this out. I'm going to start at the bottom, even up on the bottom, and roll it. Boom. And there's still a little bit of room up there. But it's supposed to be cut off. I'm just letting it settle in. I've been letting it settle in for like 20 years. Little hammer. Again, we'll do a size difference between the two of them. So put everything back in here. But this thing needs updating. I don't think that what we're seeing in here is maybe the best thing for children to learn with now. That's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to update this tool set. If you're enjoying this video, please give it a quick thumbs up so YouTube can share it with more makers just like you. Now remember, it is always important to supervise children in the workshop and show them the proper ways to use these tools. It's especially important to show them where the dangerous ends of all these tools are, how to not get hurt by them, and where they can find proper first aid in case something does happen. You do have a first aid kit in your workshop, don't you? These are merely suggestions for what I find important in my workshop. You need to analyze what's important in your workshop and make any adjustments accordingly. Let's explore some really logical upgrades, which I think will make this toolkit a better match for today's children. The old woodworking brace. Let's face it, this is a really, really awesome tool, but it's seen its days. And power drills are so inexpensive now, you can find them in just about every workshop out there. Say hello to the pistol grip tool driver and the hex bit, which fits really nice in there. This pistol grip screwdriver is more ergonomic and easier to use. Plus, this little small handle will fit much better in children's hands. Now, we've all heard the saying, measure twice, cut once. Or is it cut twice, measure once? If you do measure once, there's a good chance you will be cutting twice. If measuring is so important, why wasn't there any type of measuring device in this handy tool set? Let's go ahead and drop in a small 12-foot measuring tape that's retractable. And let's teach our children the proper way to use it and retract it safely. That's definitely fun, but it could catch your finger on the way back. Don't teach your children that. Then we always have the 4-in-1 file rasp. It's great for shaping, sculpting, hogging through wood, or just giving a fine little touch. I don't know why there wasn't a file of any type in this toolkit. I've always found a file great to clean off the edge when you're hand sawing any type of lumber. And finally, let's talk about the most important piece of equipment in any woodworking shop, and that's safety goggles. Now, it's real important that safety goggles fit comfortably. Just like having tools that are small and comfortable for children's hands, you should also have a set of safety goggles which are small and comfortable for children's face. Now, this set came from Lowe's, and it comes with a apron and a pair of gloves. Let's take a look at this. Perfect small size for kids. There's also some available on Amazon, and I'll put a link down below in the description. Now that we've upgraded our toolkit, we can confidently teach children how to use these tools very safely and very effectively. And it's something they can carry with them through the rest of their lives. If there's any tools that you want to suggest that I didn't cover, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear about it. Could you imagine? This could be the new Big Stacks Children's Woodworking Set.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Apparently, there could be a legal issue with calling it a children's woodworking set. I mean, there is a strong possibility that a child could hurt themselves playing with this if they were unsupervised. Well, I don't think any parent would let their child play with sharp objects unsupervised, would they? I would like to take a moment to introduce my legal counsel, without whom I would very often get in trouble. So, we are going to call this the Big Stacks Woodworking Set for Little People.
Oh, yeah. I think that'll work. Okay. All right.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay. It still may not be clear that this set isn't for children, because sometimes children are called little people. And also there's the situation where people who are under 4 feet tall would be offended with such a name. So, after conferring with my counsel, we're going to call it the Big Stacks Woodworking Set for responsible adults with small hands. Yes, the Big Stacks Woodworking Set for adults with small hands.
right?
Absolutely. I just have a little piece of advice for you. Please, 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 always have your lawyer and your bail bondsman on speed dial. Remember, Big Stacks grows, Big Stacks builds, and Big Stacks makes. And I'll see you next time at Big Stacks Small Workshop.